Hi, welcome to Nancy's Corner for December. And since it is December, we're going to be talking about Christmas books. So I'm going to start off with the children's books first. And everybody is familiar with the poem The Night Before Christmas, I'm sure. Well, we have two new books that are kind of the same thing, only with a different take. This is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas on the Farm. And this is adorable. It's about a little lamb who sees this tractor flying through the sky pulled by horses, but they don't look like what she's used to on the farm. And then she realizes it's Santa Claus and his reindeer. So she watches Santa Claus as he delivers presents to all the animals on the farm. Very cute. The other one is The Mouse Before Christmas. And this is the same thing as The Night Before Christmas, only Santa Claus is a mouse. And if I can find the page really quick, Santa's sleigh is pulled by beetles. And when the little mouse Santa gets out of the sleigh, she has to pet the beetles because so far they have done a really good job of pulling the sleigh. So this is just the cutest little story. The next one is called A Gift to Remember. And Mrs. Claus asked Santa, if you could give one present to all the children, what would it be? Well, I won't tell you what it's going to be, but Santa decides on what he would like to give all the children. And he puts some magic Santa sparkle dust on each present so they will know what he wants them to remember. And it's a really nice story. Now, this one is called Mistletoe. And this is another little mouse, and this is the sweetest story ever. And it's got the cutest pictures. The Mistletoe, the mouse, is friends with an elephant. And the elephant doesn't like the cold. And Mistletoe wants to go out and play with her friend, the elephant. So she decides to help out the elephant. And being a knitter, just like Mistletoe, she says you can never have too much yarn. And that's true. And this is Mistletoe with all of her knitting yarn. And she knits here on the sofa and in the bathtub and all over the house. And if you just read one book this Christmas, let it be Mistletoe. Because this is by far the cutest thing we have ever had here. Another one is The Animal Santa by Jan Brett. And this is about a little bunny rabbit who has never seen Santa. So he doesn't know if he believes in him or not. And the other animals are trying to convince him that there really is a Santa for the animals. And if you've ever seen a Jan Brett book, you know her illustrations are magnificent. And my favorite in this book, see if I can find it quick. They're all beautiful, but this one I think is really great because I think owls are very pretty and snowy owls, and she did a beautiful job as she always did. And of course, little bunny rabbit finds out that there really is an animal Santa. Now for the older children a little bit, we have Roscoe the Rascal and the Holiday Lights. Roscoe is the dog, and this one I have not read the whole thing, but the family wins the house decorating contest on their street. And they're going to have a party with everybody in the neighborhood, and Roscoe the dog wants to help. So we can only imagine how Roscoe's going to help. Those are the children's books that I wanted to tell you about. Now I have some adult books for Christmas. The first one is called The Brightest Star by Fern Michaels. This young lady moves back to her parents' house to help them with their Christmas business that is failing. Her main job is a biographer to the rich and famous. So she gets hired to write the biography of a man that started online shopping. And she is hoping that he will drag her daddy kicking and screaming into the 21st century and put his business online to save it. There is some romance. Falling in everlasting love after the first 2 minutes is a little bit of a stretch for me, but it's a good story. And at the very end, you will find out what the brightest star really is. Now, it can't be Christmas without a Debbie Macomber book, and this one is really fun. It's called Jingle All the Way. This executive has an assistant who just messes up everything she does. And she tells her boss, who was her college friend, that she wants her assistant fired. Well, he doesn't want to fire the assistant because it's his niece. So he says, give her one more chance. Take the whole month of December off because you've been working so hard. And she is going to plan a cruise for you. Well, the niece is not really fond of her boss. So she does plan a cruise, but it is not a luxury cruise. It is a cruise in, if I remember correctly, it's down the Amazon River. No internet, no spot treatments. I don't believe they have air conditioning on the boat. Of course, there is romance between the cruise director, who is a professor, and the title character. It's a lot of fun. It's very funny. And as always, Debbie Macomber does really nice Christmas stories. The next one I have is The Christmas Swap by Melody Carlson. There's a family in Arizona and a family in Colorado who swap houses for Christmas. And the owner of the house in Colorado is a young man. He's a record producer and a songwriter. Well, he forgets his songs and that he wants to work on over the holidays. So he goes back and meets one of the girls that's staying in the house. And there is a romance between these two. There's a lot of skiing, Christmas decorations, a really good Christmas story. Now, this book is for adults because of the age of the characters. But when I was reading it, I was thinking this would be a great book for young adults also. It's a lot about dating, bullying, lying, being nice to people mainly. And I think it would be a great book if you have a young adult that you could both read it together. I would recommend this one for Christmas. It's very Christmassy. This one I think was my favorite out of all the ones that I read this year. It's called The Christmas Table by Donna Van Leer. And it switches between 1972 and 2012. And it's what happens on the same day each year. This lady finds a table, and in the table is a hidden drawer with all kinds of family recipes. Really nice recipes. She's trying to teach herself how to cook, so she wants to make them, but there's so much love and memories written in these recipes. For example, remember when we ate such and such a thing, that she wants to find out who the recipes belong to. It has a really happy ending. And of course, you can guess, she finds out who they belong to, but I won't tell you who it is. But it's a very happy, sweet book. The last one is The Christmas Cupcake Murder by Joanne Fluke. And there is no murder in this one, even though it's in the title. I think all of her books have murder in the title. She meets this homeless man who has amnesia. And she wants to help him find out who he is and get him back to his family before Christmas. Really good story. As with all Joanne Fluke's books, they drink a lot of coffee, eat a lot of cookies, and some really tasty sounding cookie recipes. All of these books are here at the library, available for you to check out. I hope you've enjoyed this little book talk, and I hope you'll come in and check out some of these books for Christmas. So have a great month of happy reading. Bye.